Good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to an earlier edition of Beautiful Beginnings here on Crafter TV, where what we do is we go right back to the basics. Now, maybe you are a new crafter, maybe you are an experienced crafter, but you just want to get that little reminder how just bringing it back to the basics can make the world of difference, as well as going all out. So we have a couple of hours where we do exactly that. We have a look at some products, some tools, and we bring it right back to the beginning. However, what I did want to start off with is letting you know we have started, as of yesterday, our January sale. You're going to find that across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. You've got a saving up to 70%. Once you're across on the website, all you're going to do is look at the home screen. You're going to have a look at that January sale where you've got that 70% off round sticker. You've got a number of categories. I would highly recommend go to that first one that says shop all sale. That means that you are going to do exactly that. That is everything that you're going to find within the January sale. It even gives you the red icon to let you know the percentage saving. You've got stamps, you've got dies, you've got folders, you've got collections, you've got soft crafts in there, you've got colouring mediums in there. You do have some Christmas as well if you want to stock up. Create card elements to it. There you go. You can see some of your soft craft dies popping up on screen there. You have got such a versatile selection of crafty products. There's tools in there as well for you to grab while they're on that up to 70% off. What I want you to do as well is I want you to pay attention to any of them that's got a yellow sticker, because what that yellow sticker means is a free item is coming with it. Completely free. So not only have you got a really generous percentage saving, if it's got that yellow sticker, then you're also going to get a free gift. These aren't just free gifts that have just been sitting in the back of the warehouse. These are all well thought out gifts that you're going to be using day in and day out. For instance, you could go for one collection that was the nesting dies, which is limited stock, and you're getting a free score master. That's what we mean by these are absolutely usable but crazy deal. Crazy in a good way for you as well. What I do want to also just point out as well across on the website, as of just before Christmas, we've got our brand new Crafters Companion e-gift card available as well. So you can pop anything from, of course, 10 to 500 on there. So it's open to everyone. It is an e-gift card. So if you have got a crafty friend and you don't know what to get them, maybe you're not a crafter, but they have sent you this link to say in future, if you're unsure about what to get me, go into the Crafters Companion website, you can get me an e-gift card. Because what you can then do is once you put your details in the amount, you can decide when you want it to go into their email box, and then they're going to go in with a personal message that you have also popped in the actual form as well. It is very simple, but as I say, maybe you do know a crafter, you can then get them an e-gift card. Or if someone, when it comes to birthdays or celebrations, they just don't know what to get you, you can then just send them the link to the e-gift card. So it's a lovely way to get some of your incredible Crafters Companion goodies as well. You don't have to use it all in a oneer, so if you've got a really nice sizable amount on there, then of course you can use it a number of times until that value has gone. So it's just a couple of things we wanted to point out first and foremost. But let's get back to the actual show and tale, which is all about beautiful beginnings. As I said, we are going back to the beginning. And who could we get? You may have seen her within Wake Up Call with me. She's back again. She's only here for the 2 shows, so make the most of any comments or any questions that we'll go over in a moment or two. But it's, of course, it's my gorgeous friend. It's Debbie. Back together again, Debbie, today.
Yeah, reunited. It's been lovely. I've been really enjoying it. We had a catch-up over dinner as well.
We did.
It's been lovely. So yes, we've got a great show lined up for you with some amazing products, amazing deals, as Craig just mentioned. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to intend to make throughout this show. So we're going to start with the Create Card Colourables. And I've done it into form of only my little bags. So that one is where we're going to start things. It may look complicated, it really isn't. I just want to show you how these work. And in terms of making 2 gorgeous products that we do at Crafters Companion, you couldn't ask for a finer one in the form of a creator
so
card
lovely.
with the colouring midi in there as well. So that's my 2 that I've got planned with the Colourables. We've also got some craft kits on the show as well. So you may have seen me do a very simplistic card this morning. I'm going to show you how they have that grande floral swirl die and how they were intended to be used to create this lovely card as well. So we're going to create this one. We've also got, again, a lovely craft kit in the form of our silhouettes.
So
and I absolutely love this silhouette and stamp set. It's absolutely beautiful with our mask and stencil set and stamps. It's just gorgeous.
They really, really are.
And then the fun interactive quirky dies. We have got the fabulous door reveal dies, which I know you're going to love, and there's some stamps in there as well. And you can either take them into a form, I mean, this is a big card.
Wow.
Big card, yes. I feel like I've got my 3 plum puddings on bottom.
Yes.
That's what it looks like, little 3 plum pudding. Yeah.
Or
could be.
it could be perfume bottles.
Perfume bottles, I
Yeah.
love that idea, yes. But what is it? What's hidden behind the back of there?
What is behind there?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, you're not?
You're going to have to stay tuned. You'll have to stay tuned, Craig, because those are what I've got lined up, planned for you today during our Beautiful Beginnings show. So grab yourself a cuppa and stay tuned with us for the next 2 hours.
100%. We've got Rachel on the comments again for Beautiful Beginnings. We've got Sam McDonald that's saying good afternoon. Hi all again. Karen Carter saying hi again from a miserable Surrey. We've got Kimberly saying hello from North Carolina. Raining quite hard here. We've got Carletta is saying good morning everyone. Mary Beth is saying hello everyone from Minnesota. We've got Terry H is saying good morning from a cold and cloudy central Iowa. Zoe Carver is saying afternoon everyone from West Sussex. Afternoon to you. Evelyn is saying hello from a beautiful Colorado everyone. Well, glad it's lovely in some parts of your states in the US of A. We've also got an Evelyn Boyd is saying good afternoon/morning from Boston, Massachusetts. Happy New Year to you, Craig, Debbie and the whole Crafters team. Good health to you all. Well, good health to you all as well. And just referring back to that silhouette crafting kit, Liz R earlier on was saying your cloud is stuck behind the sticker, Debbie. And then Rachel's just saying, did you find it? No. No, not yet.
No, not yet. Thank you about the cloud, though. I'm going to have a little look. Because it probably were.
Yeah, maybe there.
I never thought of that. But no, I didn't find my little sunshine. No.
There we go. Yeah, we will find it. We will find it. Right, before we kickstart with the first demonstration with Debbie, let's have a look at our Colourable Create a Card Starter collection. Now, today's price, this is £30 or $40. Really good saving there. You're saving $15.95 or $26.95. Of course, it says there in the title, Starter Kit, Beautiful Beginnings, going back to basics, perfect show for starters, new crafters. This is exactly it. This one here, you're going to be getting your cardstock here. So this is a full pack of Nina cardstock. You're also going to get your 4-pack of Rockablocks to enable you to do perfect stamping. You've got 3 reels of your low tack tape. They come on the holder as well. You've got a full 22 metre in length, extra strong tape runner, and then you've even got a 6-pack of our tri-blend pens. Yes, it's good for a starter. However, maybe you just want to replenish your stock. Maybe you want extra cardstock, more low-tack tape, a tape runner. You can't go wrong with your Rockablocks and certainly can't go wrong with your tri-blends. Remember, as Sarah said yesterday, referring to tri-blends, the barrels are smaller than your classiques, so they aren't going to last as long as your classiques will do. So it's maybe a nice way just to stock up on extra tri-blends. If you are, however, in Club Inspire, it does mean if you're at a platinum level, it's going to come down to £24 or $32. All of that, so much more, is across on the website. Just go across crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Go into Shop the Day. You're going to find everything from myself and Debbie within Wake Up Call, Beautiful Beginnings, and then later on in the day, we've got a Totally Tiffany takeover where you're going to find so many items there as well. But also, just check out the Shop the Sale. That's the best thing to do as well. So you're going to get yourself covered with everything when it comes to Crafter's Companion goodness. But we're going to stick actually with our Colourable Create a Card. This is our die and stamp collection here. Now you will maybe see initially straight off the bat you've got a yellow sticker there. So when I said to you before about the January sale, anything with a yellow sticker means that you are going to get something for free. And in this case, you are going to be getting a free die brush and tool set. This is worth $4.99 or $9.95. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to pop it into your basket whatsoever. It's already done for you. That will come within your Colourable Create a Card collection. So it's completely free. But what you're going to be paying for is going to be this full set here. Now you have got Thinking of You. If you've seen Wake Up Call, you'll have seen how these are used to create your cards with the way that Debbie showed you. We will have a look again in a moment, but this is combining our die creator cards and our stamp creator cards into one, and now we've got our stamp and die creator cards. This is your Thinking of You. You've also got your beautiful butterfly. You can cut in or cut out, so if you want it to be a separate topper, you absolutely can do. You've then got your Dragonfly Dreams. Debbie done a beautiful demo within Wake Up Call with that one. Celebrate Your Day, which doesn't have to be a birthday, it could be any sort of celebration if you want to, or just for someone that loves cake, then you can then just make them a card or a project with that on it. We've got our roses, the sweet roses. Now you've got the choice of going in with your alcohol markers or maybe your aqua pens. Maybe you follow Leanne with the Academy of Colour. Bring in some of the tips and techniques you've learnt there when it comes to colouring with your Create a Card Colourable selection. That one there, you've got your bouquet. You've got stamps, you've got dies, you've got sentiments as well. All of that's what you're paying for, £62.35 or $71.49. You've got a saving of 20% on this one. So we say, and we do keep pointing out Club Inspire. If you're platinum, that comes down to $49.88 or $57.19. We will probably go over it later on in the show, but if you're not in Club Inspire, it's free to join. Your very first order, you get 20% off, which means it is the platinum price. So if this is your very first order, you will get it for £49.88 or $57.19. So by signing up, you get that 20% off your first order, completely free. It is on the website. When you're on the website, look at the top of the screen. It does say Club Inspire, and then you can take it all from there. So that is a nice way to, well, kickstart your stamp and die Create a Card elements when it comes to your crafts. But as we say, you do get your free die brush tool that's worth $4.99 or $9.95. Right, Debbie, what are you going to be showing us first when it comes to this fantastic selection?
I love this collection. You saw me do the card this morning, so I'm going to start with my little bag. But again, just using it in the simplistic form in terms of the die that's going to do all the work for me in the cutout, and then stamping that detail into that cutout. Again, everything on there, including even your sentiments as well. So you've got your sentiments that have got their own little die cut piece, and then this lovely element that creates the frame as well. So these are a multi-use terms in terms of Create a Card, but the Colourable aspect comes from that stamp side. So again, absolutely fabulous. Now I'm going to give you the measurements of my bag. You may have seen me do a craft along very recently with a 3D embossing folder. Very similar, but just a different size of the bag, because obviously that was a different size in the embossing folder. So this piece measures at 7.5. You want two of these, so you're going to measure this in at 7.5 inches by 8.25, and then you place your scoreboard. So get your scoreboard that you've got if you've gone for the deal, because there's lots of deals that we've got on today. But taking your scoreboard, you're just then going to, once you've cut that in, and I'm just going to reiterate those scoring marks, but you're going to go in at 5 inches. And you do that all the way down, and then at 7 inches, and again you would do that all the way down. These are just the bits that I've cut away. You're then going to turn it onto its side and do this at 2 inches from the top to the bottom, and you repeat that piece twice. The only difference that you'll see is that I've cut up from the top, so I've taken my scissors and I've cut up on that score line up to the first score line, and then just give it a little Katie corner, a little bit of a framing detail. You're right over there, Craig.
I am. I'm just sorting out what we're going to be showing you next, and it may have just fallen off at the side there. So that's all that it was. I'm fine, don't worry.
It's okay. So yeah, so you're just going to snip away those, literally those ends. I'm not going to do the scoring just yet because I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine. So if I start doing the burnishing and on the folds, it just flattens it back out. So it's a wasted exercise. But I don't want this outside part. What I want is the inner part. And the inner part I'm just going to place into, and if you look at this, how you'll have all your scores now, I'm going to place it into that centre panel like so. So let's just hold that down with some low-tack tape.
And that's what I love with these ones, Debbie, how it can either be cutting in or cutting out. So if you want it to be a separate topper, so to speak, you can absolutely do that. Smaller cards, or you can go big.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I did say this morning that I think I went in too heavy with the platform, so I'm just going to use it with the lightest of theirs. So I've got the plastic shim and the other cutting plate. I can always add a shim to the plate, if I need to, if it hasn't cut through cleanly that first time. But it is quite a straightforward die, and I think, yeah, maybe just a little bit there. Perhaps if I just run it through one more time. I don't think I'm going to put I still don't think I'm going to put the magnetic shim through. But yeah, you can add that shim to it afterwards if you want to do so. But what this just does is cut out that shape for you. And like I said, longevity of your plates on your Gemini as well. It does make a difference. And that's fine, that's cut through there perfectly. Because we always talk about it being a one-cut wonder, but sometimes you just have to put it through that a couple of times. Yeah, that's just the nature. But you can see now that has cut. Where's my poke tool gone? Let's put that through.
And that's one of so many things that I'm proud about when it comes to working here, Debbie, and that is, we don't want you to pay for extra things if you don't need to. So if you don't need to pay for extra plates, do what you can to prolong the use of them. If you don't need the extra pressure, don't do it. Always remember and flip and rotate, and then it's going to last you a lot longer. Yeah,
absolutely. And the thing is here, I mean, I know you've said at home it's slightly different, but here I forget. So when I'm doing like shows down at Hobby Maker, I sometimes forget to flip and rotate. It's just how.
But we're focusing on what we're doing, what we're the way to do next. We're listening to George and Nicola in the gallery, who's also guiding us as well. So yeah, when we come to being live on air, we can tend to forget that bit.
Now you'll see now that it's cut away that shape, but then the shape is crying out to be filled in with a stamp. So all I'm going to do is line that up. I'm using my 8x8 platform again, so it's the magnetic base with the magnets. You will get 4. We're only down to, I said 3, but 3 and a bit, because I don't know what's happened to the other part of that one. But it's fine, it just works absolutely fine. But I just want to make sure I've got that into place, and I'm using the Sweet Roses from this collection. I'm going to then pop my platform into the feet, or the footwells, or the little spaces, and then I'm just going to ink up. Now I am using tri-blend brush pens again. And I'm just going to use the correct ink for that, which is the alcohol proof, which means you get non-smearing when you colour with your alcohol inks. And again, if you are a new beginner, and I'm just going to bring it in just for a second to show you the difference between the two, is not only the colour of the tin, so to speak, and into tin, it's a oval-shaped plastic casing with the colours, but it does exactly what it says on the tin. So alcohol-proof, alcohol pen, waterproof, water brush, and it means that I class that as the permanent. They're both permanent inks. You know what I mean? But you don't get any. When you add water to it, it doesn't bleed out.
Does it? No.
So that's why, for me, having a visual means that I know I'm never going to go wrong.
Exactly.
Because it's the visual on the tin. I'm doing it again, but the visual on the tin that enables me to differentiate between the two. So I've inked all that up with my alcohol proof, and I'm just going to go in now, pop that down, everything's secure, and stamp. And when that comes back up, and as long as I've covered it all, that area, got that beautiful, perfect, literally gorgeous design. And if you have missed anywhere, there's no need to worry, especially when you've got the magnetic base, because you just go back in and push down until you've got that crisp, clean
Oh,
image.
look at that.
And I just absolutely love it for that reason. And hence why, although it's not on the show, we do have it on the website and it's in stock. So you've got that design now popped in there. I'm going to do a little bit of colour. I'm not going to go mad doing the whole colouring. And you do have a little bit of inspiration on your sheets. On each one, you get some inspiration. However,
that's so good, isn't it?
And it is, and I love colouring, but I wanted to keep this and strip it back a little bit. And perhaps you've never coloured before, so I am going to keep it nice and simple in terms of how you use your tri-blend brush pen. So this one is the magenta blend, light, ooh, get that the right way around. Light, medium and dark. Are you the same, Craig?
Yeah.
I've got to have it the right way.
Right way, facing the right way.
Yeah, because it annoys me otherwise. And then I get, it's daft. I don't know why, but I just let it annoy me.
Very pernickety when it comes to that, I really am.
And I have to have, when I'm at home, I've got to have the colour facing me the right way, because if I don't, it just puts me off kilty altogether, completely puts me off. So what we've got here are, from that magenta blend, the light, the medium and the dark tone, and we're just going to go in. Now I'm only going to do, like I said, a small amount of the colouring, and I'm going to keep it simple. So normally I would preserve an highlight in terms of I would leave a white space, but I want to show you, you know, if you've not done colouring before, or you find it a bit daunting, all I'll say is work on a bit at a time. Normally I do a petal at a time, but I'm just going to show you that you can still achieve looks. I wouldn't let it go, I won't go to like the whole of it, I would do sections at a time. And I know you've said this before as well, Craig, but I'm just going to saturate that area. When I say saturate, I'm just laying down a lot of that ink, and it keeps it wet as well, so it doesn't dry instantly, but it enables it to move around. But again, you've got your medium and your dark tone, so I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of the dark tone, if I just get this right, underneath where you think the shading would be. So I'm going to go underneath that bottom part of the petal. Then I'm going to take that medium, and I'm just going to go just a little bit over. I'm just doing some little flicking techniques. I'm not doing anything too mad or too technical. Don't forget, we've got our lovely Leanne that's doing the Colour Academy of Colour. It's just amazing to be able to teach you how to do all of these things.
We've got the next one, Cute Characters, is launching on Tuesday next week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I bet there's some really excited people at the minute.
There will be.
Yeah, there definitely will be. They definitely will be. But yeah, it's all about, you know, like yourself, Craig, we've self-taught ourselves a little bit. We've had a little bit of expert guidance, and I do watch, whenever I get the opportunity, I watch Leanne all the time.
So do I, yeah.
Just because you gain so much knowledge when you watch a little bit of our Leanne. She's just utterly fabulous, she is. But again, all I want to do is work on those petals while that ink is still wet. Just going to go in with that dark tone where I think the dark would be, which is under those petals. Going in with that medium. And then again, just going over with the light.
And this is the sort of thing, if you are, and you know, forgive us for talking about the Academy of Colour at the moment, but I'm doing this for a reason. This is where, if you're ever unsure about where your light source is, or your dark source is, that is why thinking about investing in the Academy of Colour, I know there's still options on the website, you can take what you learn from Leanne and then start to have that transition into your daily colouring. And it makes it a wee bit easier, if not a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I will apologise now, Craig, if I stop talking, because I do it all the time. I'm so sorry. I know you're the same.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, when I start colouring, I forget I've got to talk.
It's such
that's why you're here to hold my hand.
Do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such a mindful craft. And it's like I said, it's an hybrid collection of our creator card dies with our colouring mediums, as in terms of a stamp. It's a nice big surface stamp area. You can have a real good old play with it. And it might not be alcohol colouring that you want to do this with. It might be your pencils. Deals that were on the pencils yesterday, you were telling me.
Phenomenal, yeah. Phenomenal
deals. You could be doing this with the pencils. The colouring part of it is the fun bit, and you just decide which method you're going to do. But yeah, it's just such a mindful craft. It's really enjoyable to colour as well.
And it's, Debbie, it's not a quick craft. You know, it's not there to be a quick craft. Now, of course, if you want to lay one colour down, that's fine, but not all areas of craft are intended to be quick. This is one, as you were saying, that you would sit, you would relax, maybe you would do a little bit at a time. Maybe you might have, maybe you're fortunate to have Totally Tiffany's rotating board. Maybe you've just got one stamped image, maybe a handful of tri-blend pens, and they're down the side of the couch. And every now and again, when you've got 5-10 minutes, you might just go in. So instead of doing maybe a little bit of cross stitch, or maybe that diamond dot page paint and it's anything like this might be your relaxed time for 5 minutes, 25 minutes, but it is just a nice, relaxed and quiet, mindful thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, all I'm doing is I'm just adding down that colour. I'll do one more, just to show you.
Look at that already, Debbie.
But you can see it's starting to come together. Now, I haven't preserved any highlight at all. Sometimes I do cheat with my preserved highlight in terms of a gel pen, which I'm probably going to do with this one. But until you get the hang of the craft, of the colouring, give it a go. Just have a little dabble. And dabble with different mediums as well. So, there's no right or wrong way when it comes to colouring. It's all about teaching yourself. There's hours and hours of, expert tuition throughout. It's not just myself. There's yourself, Craig. There's Jan. There's Debbie, Corinne, Rochelle, Sarah, Leanne. Oh, the list goes on.
It does.
Lily, I nearly forgot Lily. I kind of forget I love Lily.
You love your soft crafts. You've got Becky.
Becky, yeah.
We keep saying Becky and soft craft. Becky is an incredible paper crafter
She is,
as well,
yeah.
not just soft crafts. And we all bring something different, don't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can see it's starting to form together. This obviously is with the tri-blend brush pens. There's nothing stopping you from using your classics. Any of your other alcohol marker colouring mediums that you may have as well. You've got the stamp, you've got the dye, the colouring part, you choose. You enjoy the colouring process. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there because you can see it starting to come together and build up. And then I just take a little gel pen, because it took me a while to understand about preserving highlights. I could never quite get it right. And that's why I just look at those tutorials out there and myself. But you can do a cheat way of preserving your highlight. So you simply go on, and I'm not going to lie, Craig, I don't know about you, but there's no particular precise method. I just drop a little bit down and maybe sometimes do little longer pieces or a little dot. And I'm just giving that added little shine and lifting it in areas. And again, there's no right or wrong way. So I'm just going to drop that down. And I think if you think about it too much, you'll end up getting your knickers in a twist, and that's the last thing we want. We don't want that.
No,
we just want you to enjoy it. And it's just an inexpensive gel pen that I've got. But if you have got the Academy colour, there's a little white acrylic marker in there that you could be doing too.
And I cannot agree with Debbie anymore when she says, please do not think about it if you are going to do it. Very quick line. It doesn't matter whether it's the top or the side of the petal. Very quick line with your white gel pen or pen medium, and then it's going to look phenomenal once you've done it. It will
do, yeah, absolutely. So obviously when you've finished, that's what it will end up looking like. So again, it's just a case of, and that's simply 2 colours in the terms of tri-blends, which was the Alpine Green blend and the Magenta blend. 2 colours, stamp, dye, done and dusted. I'm just going to add at the back, before I do put my folds in, and I'm going to emphasise those score lines that I've popped in. Acetate, Everywhere Acetate, you'll find it readily available on the website. It does have a protective cover over there, so you just find that end and pull that away. And I want that to sit to the back because this is a gift bag at the end of the day, and I'm going to go in with my super strong adhesive, and I'm going to just seal that to the back panel of the die cut. And again, I'm just going to place that on over that edge, and that gives me that lovely gift bag, so nothing falls out, and just gives me something to cover those. I say cover the areas, but you see what I mean. It's just
you can see, can't you? Yeah. Kind of adds that extra bit of rigidity, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Rigidity, good word. Good, strong word, rigidity.
Yeah, it's just helpful if I could say it.
Yeah. So what I'm just going to do now is pop my score lines into place. There is an added extra one, so I don't know if you did catch the craft along, and if you didn't, you'll be able to find it on our website, including on my own page as well, where I did this. But on this panel here, I've just taken the scoreboard and gone down to about 1 inch at the bottom, and it's just so that I can manipulate it because I want it to fold in when I attach the 2 panels, but not all the way down. Now you can pop your score lines in to there as well, that creates that, but I just wanted to give it a little bit of a, like a, pinched in look at the top.
Yeah, it's like an actual gift bag, isn't it? You may have purchased it within the store.
And with the second piece, Craig, I haven't popped that decorative piece in. You absolutely can if you want to, but I'm just simply going to layer it with possibly one of the most beautifulest colour palettes of our paper pads that we've done, which is the Say It With...
Say It With Flowers?
Say It With Flowers, thank you. Just then I was saying it out loud and thinking, say it with Say it with style. Okay, no, it's not say it with style. That's
and I'm going to say this, and I do apologise because it's not there now, but it gives you an indication of what to maybe expect within 2023. Sarah said herself yesterday there's going to be less mystery bags throughout the year because of costs that's going on in the world. When we do see them, they're going to be phenomenal. But what we did do for the first time yesterday is Sarah showed you some products, and for 10 minutes only, the price dropped. You had 10 minutes to get your hands on them, then the price went back up. You may have got that set with flowers for a ridiculously good price. That was the 12 by 12.
Really?
So, okay, I may be teasing you, but I'm saying that because I want you just to keep in mind what things you may start to see throughout the year on Crafters TV.
Are you giving some little secrets away there?
Maybe.
Oh, I should have watched the show because I didn't see that.
There we go. Well, you missed out. I had at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock UK time.
Yeah.
That's when these things happen. Yeah.
I see. I should have watched. Mind you, I missed out all sorts yesterday. I'm telling you, I missed my darts.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my
didn't you?
days, I'm kicking myself about missing darts. Yes, thank you very much, George. Highlights on YouTube. I will be going back. It's because I've become totally obsessed with The Handmaid's Tale.
All right.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, at dinner time,
Yeah.
I started poo-pooing the idea. That means just not interested, because I thought it was a period drama. My daughter's going, it's not a period drama, it's not a period drama. I went, it is. Look at the clothing, the wear. It's period. Don't like anything like that. And she went, Mom, promise me, one episode. She went, if you don't like it, I'll stop pestering you. One episode later, one full season later, straight into season 2. Binge watched that yesterday in between doing like we're prep because I can have it on my little iPad as well. Doing that, completely missed darts. And then only the best darts match in the world, apparently, according to the internet. I know. You'll understand if you're a darts person, because I know you're a what are them?
Yeah, I'm a her. Yeah,
that one. What's it called?
Wrestling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That one.
Although
the darts players do that.
Yeah.
That's what they do as well, don't they?
I have heard a lot more about the darts this year because I don't know if he's still in it or if he wasn't. There was a guy from Arbroath. Arbroath, which is just 5 minutes up the road from my hometown.
I was just going to say, is it?
So yeah.
Well, I say. Now then, I'm just going to connect this. I'm going to stop talking about darts. I'm going to stop talking about Handmaid's Tale because we're going to get back to basics and we're going to connect this together. So my little flap, you see here, this little 1/2 one is going to join up to that straight edge one.
Right.
So I've popped a little bit of red liner tape on. You can make life easy for yourself when it comes to red liner tape because you can add a little bit of our all-purpose glue just over the top. Little bit of slippy movement around means it makes it a bit easier to get it into place. But we're just going to connect the two together. I'll sort the bottom bit out in a second. I'm just going to connect the main part. Once you're happy with where it is, give that a little burnish as well. And you can do that with your burnishing tools as well. But this next little flap, straight edge, and I'm just going to flatten it, Craig. I nearly called you George then. What on earth is up with me today? And I'm just going to...
George.
You don't look like a George at all. And I'm just going to pop that down until I get it into place and then seal that once you're happy. And that creates that little piece, and then I've got my bottom bits. So I'm going to tuck those flaps in and seal that bottom. And I'm going to do that with my tape pen. Again, if I were doing, it depends on what you're putting in your bag or your gift box. But I'm just going to put some glue. I'm going to pop it onto these parts. Oops. Oh, George, stay put. These parts, I'm going to flap that over and then onto this one and pop the glue onto there, okay?
Could you imagine as well something like this, Debbie, if you're going to be making for, Mother's Day, within March time?
Oh, yeah.
Care for, your mum, of course, we know, it might be an auntie, it might be a gran, it could be just another relative that you maybe have been brought up with. But what a lovely little gift.
Yep.
And the gift, it doesn't have to be that expensive. It's about what you have done to pop the gift into.
Absolutely.
So it's actually the handmade element that they're going to love.
And all that's done now is created this lovely little, and it's like a pinched in bit. If you, like I said, if you want to get more precise, pop your score lines from that middle line down to that bottom corner and down to there, and then push that in a little bit and it'll give you a different effect. But you can still get that effect with one line down there. Now then, looks pretty nice at the minute, but I just want to add that extra little frame. Now, this morning I showed you how to do a technique with that piece of cardstock, and I did say if you wanted to expand it, how to do it. So I know that that piece measures in, she said, at 5 by 6.5. So I know in terms of my piece of cardstock that I want to go over there, if you cut the same piece and then just take the frame and cut it out, it creates, this is what I was trying to say this morning, but I was getting all tongue twisted and the brain fog set in and it just weren't working, so I stopped talking. But that's how you can expand your frame. And then that just sits over the top like so. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, and I'm using the matching paper. I absolutely love that paper pad. I think it's Debbie Fisher's favourite of 2022, if I remember rightly.
Rings a bell, doesn't it?
Yeah, mine is the, I'm not going to lie, I do adore this one. I do. But Wisteria was it for me.
It's a gorgeous
last
one,
year.
isn't it?
Yeah, I just love the colour palette. So Wisteria was mine, and I think this was Debbie's, although this was a close second.
I think
for me.
mine was the Angel collection.
Oh, well, you see, there's been so many, Craig. Literally, there's been so many. So all I'm going to do now is add my, oh, she says.
I'm laughing because we'll
You know
come
what
back.
I'm talking about here, don't you?
Yeah.
What is it about sentiments in this building? I'm not the only person.
Hunting.
Does it do it to you? I can't see it.
Let's
I've
both
just
have
had
a
it.
wheel,
I've just
okay.
had it a second ago.
So it's just
Literally. Pop
Does
that
it
in there.
disappear? Is it just one of the little sentiments?
Yeah, it's my little one. It's the. Oh,
Is it not under? There we go.
honestly, Craig.
Did you already have it stamped and
Yes,
cut?
already stamped
Already
and cut.
stamped
Do you know what I'm going to have to do?
Do it again.
Do it again. Let's do it again.
No, oh well.
Is it not under there either?
No, it's not under there.
I swear, in this building, sentiments get legs and run out. Because I know I'm speaking on behalf of all of the craft experts when I say...
Yeah,
Have you got it in your
I've
hand?
not got it.
I thought you were telling me Nicola got it in his hand then. I'm like, I was ready to pounce. I was ready to say, Craig, give me that sentiment. It's not here, is
No,
it?
I
Look.
think it's definitely disappeared, Debbie. Definitely gone.
So, do you know what I'm going to do?
Go and do it again.
Yep, let's cut it out. So let me get me with, look, you'll watch now, I'll find it in a second.
You will, you will.
Honestly, let me bring in my little stamping platform. Honestly, does this happen to everybody else? Seriously,
it
does it happen to you at home as well?
It does.
Drives me mad. Drives me absolutely. Oops, wrong ink pad. I'm going to use permanent
And
one.
then, like you said, I know you were joking there, but it's so true that what will then happen is once you then go and do it again, this is when you find it, and it's usually right in front of you, and it's like, no, I've looked. How can that just appear from in front of me? It's just. Oh, George is having a little search with the camera. He's going with
Is
the
he
camera.
having a little
and
look
having a
around? Honestly, if you find it, honestly, scan that area because I swear it's just bounced off the counter.
Can we actually have a quick? I know Debbie's just stamped it out. George, can you just do what you were showing us on our screen? He literally is. He's scanning with the camera to see if he can find Debbie's lost sentiment.
I should have tied it up. Hang on a minute. Oh my God, I didn't know you were coming in. I didn't know you were coming in that close.
That's nice and tidy.
Well, tidy-ish. It could have been tidier. It could have been tidier. Look, look, the big wigs will be watching. Don't get me into bother. Having a messy counter.
Have you seen how it looks when Sarah's on?
No, is she?
Looks like a bomb site.
Well, she's the boss. We can let her. So what I'm doing is
And you're Debbie Robinson. We could let you.
I've just stamped that image into there and I'm going to die cut over. You can die cut and then stamp on if you want, but I'm going to put this through my little mini. I say my little mini. Through the studio's little mini, and I'm just going to repeat that because it drives me mad. I'm not telling you. I'll find it in a minute. Twittering to myself because, honestly, it'll be stuck to my top, or it'll be down my top, or stuck to my boot, or. Well, I've had plenty of things down there, producer Nicola, but not sentiments. Usually glitter and red liner tape. Let me just explain for those that'll be watching thinking, what on Debbie? She said, did it go down your top? No, it's definitely not down there. I've had it down sleeves before, baggy sleeves I've had. Does it, I bet, honestly, we've gone off kilty again. We do it all the time.
I love you so much. Don't ever change. Don't ever change.
I couldn't if I tried. And they let me loose here. I don't know how I get away with it, let me tell you. Oh dear. Welcome to Beautiful Beginnings. My name's Debbie Robinson with the gorgeous Craig Laird. But yes, I know that right now there'll be people saying the same thing. They lose sentiments as well.
Of course they do, yeah.
They do, because it does happen to us. And so I've now fixed my faux pas, and my little sentiment with love is going to sit at the bottom of there on some foam pads, and then to connect, because I want to make it this lovely little gift bag, I've got my ribbon, and I'm just going to punch myself a couple of holes. Now you could use a hole punch, or do they call them a crop?
Oh, is it a crocodile, isn't it?
Crocodile, yeah. Or just take, if you haven't got anything, you could just take your pokey tool. And what I would do, if you're going to do that, Craig, is, let me see if there's a sponge here. Where's that thick white sponge? There it is. Grab yourself a little sponge so that you're not hurting yourself or you're putting your fingers behind it, but just push it into there and then literally go down.
Ah, so you've got something
and so
behind.
you've got something for it to anchor into, not your hands, because I've had that before. And it also means it goes through both sides. And you can always make that a little bit bigger if you want to do that as well. And I'm just going to pinch that again at the top, and then just at this side, straight through the two. And that's just a little tip to stop yourself from getting hurt. If you haven't got a hole punches are brilliant, the crocodiles are brilliant, and then you're just going to thread that through. And when you do thread it through, Craig, I've just stuffed mine with a little piece of tissue, because I've put some tissue. I was thinking the crafter's companion tissue I could have used.
Yes.
That would look lovely.
Yeah, wouldn't it
and I've just stuffed that into there and thread my ribbon through so that you've got yourself a beautiful little gift bag. And there you go.
Isn't that beautiful?
There.
So, so beautiful.
And that's with those gorgeous Creator Card, Colourable Creator Card, dies and stamps. Exquisite.
Gorgeous. It really, really is. Remember, you've got the 6 of them in total, so you can replicate what Debbie has just done there with any of the other 5 of them. But as I said, it is 6 in total that you're getting. It's part of the January sale. Didn't launch that long ago, so for it to be in the January sale is really quite epic. But not only that, we've got our yellow sticker there, which means we've got a free item, which we'll show you in a second, which I will briefly go through because Debbie's explained the concept of all of these. You've got special bouquet. You've then got sweet roses. That was the one that Debbie was using a moment ago for that gorgeous gift bag. Celebrate your day with your little cake, your little cupcake. Dragonfly Dreams. You've also then got beautiful butterfly that you can see here. And then you've also got your thinking of you. So this is combining, of course, our Creator Card dies as well as our Creator Card stamps. But we've brought them together so you've got your Colourable Creator Card stamp and die collection. This one here, within this collection, this is giving you your free die brush tool. That is worth $4.99 or $9.95. If you do want to go for that full collection, it's £62.35 or $71.49. That gives you 20% off when it comes to the saving. But as we do say, when it comes to Club Inspire, you're paying even less at $49.88 or $57.19. Now, we've got a couple of mentions, but let's just say a very quick hello to a few of you. We've got Kerry on Facebook is saying, hello team, I've got a new crafter, Jerry, watching with me for the very first time. Hi Jerry. It's lovely to see a new crafter is going to be watching us. Hopefully, you'll be on this viewing journey with us. If any point you feel like commenting, whether it's today or future shows, by all means, please do so. Christine Mahoney on Facebook saying, good morning all again, just getting a lot of work done while watching, but I'm here all day with you guys. I'm going to scan down just briefly because Christine also came back and said, regarding that 10-minute element that I was on about within yesterday's launch day show with Sarah, Christine is saying, now if you don't know Christine Mahoney adores our paper pads here at Crafter's Companion and has many of them. How many? Well, when it comes to Say It With Flowers, you'll find out in a second. She's saying, I did accidentally put 2 more of the 12 by 12 Say It With Flower paper pads into my purchase yesterday to add to the 10 I already have. and I still want more. So that's how much a lover of our paper pads that Christine is. Jill on Facebook is saying, Debbie, your beautiful card using the box 55 grand floral swirls inspired me to get the box out and make a card.
Aww.
The plan is to do another one completely different this afternoon. It's nice to hear.
It is.
It's nice to hear. Sometimes you get in that little bit of a lull, you're not sure. I do it myself as well, you know, when I'm watching anyone or here on the team with the shows, and sometimes you think, oh gosh, yeah, I've got that. I'm quite eager to go and make something. So that's what we're all about as well as the deals and the fun that we'll have. Lillian on Facebook saying, Debbie and Craig, I thought I was alone in being pernickety about the pen barrels being lined up. Not at all. Not at all. Me and Debbie were the same. We have got Michelle Parsons on YouTube, so it's a question saying, Craig, could Debbie show us what it would look like if we used an ink pad colour to stamp out the design that matches the ink pen when she uses to colour it? Could Debbie show us what it would look like if we used an ink pad colour to stamp out the design that matches the ink pen she uses to colour it? I'm not quite sure if
I wonder if she's made, because what do you mean, like the raw pigment ink? So you're not getting like a dark... Are you meaning not to do like a black outline and maybe to do like a coloured outline?
Sorry, so maybe like if you start with pink tulip and then colour with a pink, that sort of, is it?
It could be.
It could be.
It
Michelle,
could be, yes.
let us know. It's probably just me being me. If you can let Rachel know exactly what you would like us to do, like I say, that probably makes complete sense to a lot of you. To me, sometimes the way I read it, but let us know, and if we can, absolutely we'll have a look. Terry H on YouTube is saying, I need to get my markers out and do some colouring. Sam McDonald saying does the same, lines up all the barrels. We've then got Zoe was laughing about myself and Debbie, looking at that sentiment. Rachel was saying it was hilarious. Carrie is saying, it's like playing Where's Waldo? Or for us here in the UK, it's Where's Wally? Rachel also saying, I love Debbie too. Sam is saying, what you like, Debbie. Sylv is saying, I always find popcorn down there. And Stephen on Facebook saying, I ordered the Sate with Flowers paper pad. I've lost count how many I have in my front room and bedroom full of all my crafty items. Well, there you go. That's how much so many of you love our paper pads, whether it's 12 by 12 or, of course, 6 by 6. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a mention once we come back from a little bit of a break. So if you are new to us, like Jerry is, or maybe you've just joined us towards the end of last year, or maybe just over the last 2 days, and you want to know a little bit more about, well, what is Crafters TV? What is it all about? Do all they do? Is it just selling? No, not at all. It's about the demonstrations, but it's also about the fun as well. We're going to give you a little bit of a minute to catch up with anything you need to do, and then we'll be back after you've seen this.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
My name's Michelle and I am the newest craft expert. My crafting journey began just after I had my daughter Alice, so she's 14 now. Long story short, I suffered with postnatal depression. My husband sort of noticed, took me to the doctors, and of all things, the doctor suggested colouring. Said it's so mindful, really helps. So anyway, my husband had noticed that I discovered the craft channels. Went out one day, came home with an amazing little craft kit for me, and that is where my addiction began. But one of my main inspirations is actually going onto our pages on Facebook, Instagram, and seeing what everyone else is making with the same stuff that we're making. As cheesy as it's going to sound, Debbie Robinson, Debbie Fisher, those are two of the main people that I watched a lot of. They are all so inspirational. Okay, so I absolutely love everyone that I work with. I don't have a lot of juicy gossip that I can share, but I will say Debbie Robinson is exactly what you see on screen. She is a laugh a minute. She is exactly what you see. So, you know, you think, oh, did I put it on for the camera? They don't. Debbie Robinson is definitely Debbie Robinson, and I love her. And she really does say all the time, "Ee, what am I like?" So other than crafting, I just love being at home with my family. I know that sounds cheesy, but my husband is the most amazing support for me. My kids are fantastically weird, odd, crazy, but perfect. But at the minute, I'm very focused on my health, so I'm exercising a lot. So I would say, other than craft, which takes up 23.5 hours a day, that my health and lifestyle, I think you would say. So I've had a few cards published in a couple of magazines as designer for the day. So that was sort of a really big deal for me. I loved it. And then I got accepted onto the Crafters Companion design team. Oh my God, the whole world could hear me scream with excitement. And then I got the call to come up and try out for this job. It is by far the most amazing, exciting thing I have ever done, and it's been life-changing.
So yes, once again, if you are new to us at Crafters TV, over the coming days, you'll see those little videos that introduce all of us on the team as well. Just to give you a little bit of a pre-warning though, if whoever's on this side, if we are going to tell you we've got a video coming up of Ben, please do make sure you've got about 45 minutes to spare, because it is a very, very long one, where the main man himself won't be quiet when it comes to talking about himself. And if you are a new viewer, just to say, don't worry, myself and Ben, we are very good friends, as to all of us are here. He is a little bit under the weather with what's been going on, so he should be in at the moment. He is going to be off the rest of the week, however, and Corin's going to be stepping in tomorrow. So I'll be across on Debbie's side, on the demonstration side all day, and Corin will be stepping in on this side here. So get well wishes, Ben. Right, let's have a look at our birthday box here. So we brought this back in from yesterday because it was so popular. The reason being is it's a Sarah's signature, and it was the best ever prize. So this is Sarah's signature birthday box collection with over 130 elements. Now today's price is £42 or $50. That's giving you a saving of 15%. If you are in Club Inspire and Platinum, that's going to come down to £33.60 or $40. What's even better is you're going to get 100 extra bonus points. Now it is birthday celebration, and that's because it launched during our 17th birthday event in October. So what we are going to do is let's show you what you get inside, because it is full of gorgeousness. Now, yes, it says, of course, birthday celebrations. You can be using these for so many celebration occasions throughout the year. So what I'm going to do is let's start with the stamp and the dies, because that really starts to showcase what you can be doing with this collection here. You've got a full sheet of all these stamps here. Now, you do have kind of like your knitters, and now who's making a noise? You laughed at me earlier on, Debbie. when I dropped them. It was actually this box that I dropped when I made the noise earlier on. Sorry. This one here, so the intention as well is to be making invites if you want to for your parties and celebrations, but you don't have to. You could be doing them with your cards. You've got your cake, your cupcake. That was actually the one that Debbie used within Wake Up Call this morning. And you've got your candles, your sentiments, etc., etc. You've also got all of these dies. There's a jam-packed full of your dies. You've even got your 1 to 0 when it comes to the numbers as well. So if you are doing your invites or you just want these as an alternative number die set, you've got that option there. What you've also got is that framework, happy birthday sentiment. You've got the cupcake dies, balloons, and all these additional detail dies as well. You've then got your stencil, 5x7 stencil. Now yesterday during launch party, which was moved to the middle of the day, Lily done a really lovely demonstration using the stencil and the cupcakes. So you can always go back on our Crafters TV YouTube channel and catch up with that. We've got a 4x6 stencil here, so ink through it, spritz through it, paste through it. Now it is intended to do the whole lot, but what you can do is you could go off and you can mask sections if you want. So you could just use certain happy or birthday sentiments if you want, but that's included too. What you've also got is these templates here to make bunting. Now you don't just have to make bunting, you could do lots of things with this. However, the intention is of course bunting. You've then got all of these ribbons. So you've got your organza and you've also got your satin ribbons. So that's your 6 reels in total. You've got your 4x6 balloon embossing folder. Now you've got a coordinated stencil to go with it. So emboss your cardstock with your folder, then go in with your stencil and ink up over the top so you get this lovely effect. But it is kind of does 3 things really. You can do it that way, or you can use the stencil on its own, or of course you can then use the folder on its own. So very, very versatile. You've then got all of your 8x8 papers as well. So when it comes to this one here, you have got an abundance of these ones. You've got your, you've actually got your 18 sheets of your cardstock here, so you can see the bright floral spring-like colours that you've got, and you've got a number of sheets of each colour. We've then going to go into our pattern papers. So with our pattern papers here, we have also got 16 of these. Now you've got 8 designs and you've got 2 of each. Just in case you want to know, you've got 6 colours and 3 of each of this one. Now these are all double-sided that you can see, so you can pick with what side you want. So if you love that kind of magical distress look, you've got that effect there. But you've got the balloons, you've got all kind of like your checkers, you've got your florals, you've got your dot distress, you've got loads of beautiful designs that once again, these are all double-sided. These are a mat, including your block cardstock, so you can ink, you can spritz, you can tear, you can do whatever you like. You've also got card blanks, so you've got 12 of your card blanks and envelopes. Don't happen to have them here, but they're included. You've got this big bag of sequins. Now look at that full bag that you are getting, and of course you are getting a multitude of colours within this little bag. I say little, it's very, very substantial. And then what you're also going to be getting as well, you're going to be getting all of these metal charms. So when it comes to these metal charms here, these are really, really strong. They are robust. You've got 8 of them, you get 4 designs, and you get 2 of each. So just to show you just a couple, they do have a little hoop on the top. So if you wanted to add them to jewellery, you absolutely can do. A little bit of home decor or maybe memory books, you can do as well. So you've got all of these ones. The card blanks are 4x6, 5x7 and 6x6, just in case you wanted to know. But you have got all of them as well. So all of that comes down to £42 or $50. That is giving you a saving of 15%. That's where it is the best ever price that we have done within the birthday box. But if you are platinum, that's going to come down to $360 or $40. Plus, you are going to be getting your 1 100 extra bonus points. Lots of other ideas that you can be following on from when it comes to our YouTube channel. So you can always just go on Crafters TV YouTube channel and just type in birthday celebrations or Sarah's signature box, and you're going to find lots and lots of ideas. It was actually Debbie Fisher that launched these during the birthday event. That's something you can keep an eye out of. And as we do like to say as well, it is a lovely box. So what you can do is have it sitting side by side any other Sarah's signature boxes that you may have. So maybe that one takes your fancy, or maybe you are going to go in with a new craft. Maybe you've not got a die cutting machine and you're thinking, I don't really want to go for an electric one at the moment, but I still want something with the power of a Gemini. I hear the guys talking about the power of a Gemini. Well, we have got within our January sale our Gemini midi. So this is a manual die cutting machine. So it's 6 by 9 inches. This is not a plate configuration. This is a folder configuration. So you're just going to pop your dies within. I know you've seen Debbie using the mini earlier on. Incidentally, you can use the mini folders within the midi as well. If you use your 2D embossing folder, you're going to use the purple shim that comes included. If you're using 3D embossing folders, you don't need to do anything, just pop it through. $62.99 or $98.99. You've got a saving of 10%. If you're platinum, it's going to come down to £50.39 or $79.19. As I said, it is the midi, it's in the January sale, it's got a yellow sticker, so you're thinking, well, it's got a freebie, doesn't it? It does. You have got your Gemini midi storage free. It is completely free, so it's going to hold, of course, your midi. You might choose to use it for something else. You can do that. It's going to hold your midi. It's going to hold some of your folders. It's going to hold your shim. You've got a little pocket at the top as well that you can put some of your little tools in there if you so wish. It's strong, it's sturdy, it's wipeable. Even the handle is really, really robust. It's not an overly heavy machine, but it does still have a fair little bit of bulk because of the actual workings. It is strong. It's part, of course, the Gemini, so it still does your die cutting. It still does, of course, your embossing, and it still gives you that same amount of power and pressure as our electric die cutting machines do as well. So if you have had your eye on something such as your Gemini midi, and this is perfectly, or this is the perfect time to get your hands on it across on the website. So I said at the start, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, that's where you want to go. Have a look on Shop the Day, but what I would say as well, have a look at the January sales section and have a look at Shop All Sale, and that's going to give you everything that is within that sale as well. Right, so now that we've gone from that one, so Beautiful Beginnings, perfect for beginners, which this absolutely is. Another thing that is really, really good for beginners is our craft kits. Now we're going to have a look at our silhouette seams. Now this one here is 54. So this is your craft kit with over 220 elements. $22.49 or $22.45. That gives you a saving of 10%. If you're platinum, it comes down to $17.99 or $17.96. This enables you to make the most beautiful silhouette seamed style card or project if you want to. It is full of crafty goodies. It's full of the goodies that you need to make beautiful cards. I'm not going to go through it all because I know Debbie's got her box as well ready to go. We've got Susie now taking over when it comes to the socials. So just as a carry on, any comments, anything you want to say, maybe you have been shopping in the sale, let us know what you've got, let us know what freebies you've got, and let us know how much of a saving you have got as well, and Susie will give us a helping hand and feed them through. But until then, I'm going to fire across to Debbie, who's going to have a look at this in a wee bit more detail.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to unbox it and then we're going to do a quick demo with it as well and show you how to use this gorgeous box. So this is all about the silhouette scenes. Inspiration on the front. Let's delve into that box as always with our Crafters Companion tissue. And in here you're going to find, and I'm going to check, Thank you so much, whoever said it was stuck behind the back of the sticker. It absolutely is. I just wish I could say the same for my son because I can't find it, the sun or the moon. Right, so first things first, everything that you need in terms of all your stencils and your masks. I'll go through it with you in a second when I do the demo. I keep mine in the wallet that comes, each individual one of these things will come in these wallets. This is the bit that I'm going to keep together because I end up losing bits. So the stencil and the masks I want you to keep there. We've then got some lovely, the lovely silhouette images of your girl on the swing, the dancing couple, the flirting couple, shall we say?
Oh, they could be
her legs
flirting,
up
yeah.
there. You've got your fairy, you've got your grass thing, just a little rabbit on there, a butterfly on there as well. So these are really useful stamps to have. And then in that, we've also popped some useful stamps in terms of the personalisation in customising what you want to say to whoever it is that you're sending it to. So you get your stamps in there, and you're also getting some metal dies. Now, the metal dies, the stamps, and the stencils and masks come to the value that you see on the screen, even in the purple box and some. So they're the hardware of them, of the box. And then what we've got in here are all the consumables. So we've got dewdrops, we've got satin ribbons, 3 different sizes from your small, medium, large. Beautiful satin ribbons. We've even popped in there for you, so you don't even have to worry about popping your images on.
No.
We've already pre-cut them for you, and you've got all of that cardstock in there. It's that super smooth, so it's going to work lovely with all your inks. Then you've got your, is it 18, did we say, Craig?
We did indeed.
Yep, 18, and I think if I remember rightly, these are 6x6, yes, 6x6 card blanks and matching envelopes. Then we've got all the fabulous cardstock in here, and I said cardstock, we've got patterned paper, the most beautiful, beautiful patterned papers. You've got those night scenes, and again, this is a really magical scene of the clouds in there as well. And then matching cardstock as well, all in your craft box, ready for you to get crafting. The only thing you're going to need with this are some inks. So if you are getting this, then I recommend having some ink pads with it. But let me just pop those little pieces back into there, just for the time being. Let me move my box out of the way.
I think for me, Debbie, it is potentially one of the fullest craft kits that I've seen.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's jam-packed full, it really is. Now, I've taken one of those sheets and I've already pre-cut it down to size, just because I wanted to get more out of my cardstock that was in there. And then I'm going to bring in the stencil. So the main part of the stencil is this gorgeous decorative feature, that beautiful love art with the swirling ribbon going. It's like intertwined within there. Very difficult to see when it's on white, so I'll pop it there for you so you can see that little bit better. But I'm going to just pop it down, and I'm going to hold it down with some low tack tape. This is when your low tack tape will really come in handy. You can use sprays, so you can use a spray to pop down as well, because what you don't want it to do is moving around. What we're going to do is we're going to ink up the inside part and on the outside. I'm going to keep it fairly simple. In terms of colours, I've just gone with a couple of shades of blue and a couple of shades of purple, but you can use whatever colour that it is you want to use. I'm going to use finger, now I know the finger daubers, the ones that you pop on your finger. Yeah. I know we've been waiting.
We have.
And waiting. We will get them back in.
Oh, we will.
We will. We'll get them back in. But all you're going to do is just use this as, I think this might be a, I think these daubers might be and I'm only saying it, Craig, because I can see. Can you see the difference on the ink pad?
Yeah.
I think these might have been used with
for the pigment, you think?
Yeah, I've got a feeling these have been mixed up. Let me just have a quick. I don't know about yourself, but I've got a set for each of the ink pads.
Yep.
Yeah,
Snap.
just when they were in stock, I went a little bit mad and thought, right, I'm having one set for me water reactive, one set for me pigment, and one set for me quick dry as well. So I'm just going to go around the edges with this, and I'm going to pop a couple of shades into there. I'm not going to worry too much about going around this little part. Of course, you can mask it off.
Yeah, that's true.
So you could take our masking roll and you could mask off those ribbons once you've coloured this in, but I'm just going to show you basically how this works. And again, I'm not going to worry about if I've gone outside, because I'm going to be trimming it down. So if you do go outside of there, please don't worry. It's all about getting creative and building up lovely scenes with these, and I adore this set. is absolutely stunning.
And I don't know about you, Debbie, if you would do it, well, when I say do the same, what I'm away to say, you're clearly doing it. But if you're a new beginner and you've got stencils, I wouldn't actually recommend cutting your cardstock to the size that you are going to have, that you're going to be making your card from. Do what Debbie's doing. Have your cardstock bigger and then trim it down afterwards. It makes it easier for you to, of course, hold down with the low-tack tape, but then it just means as well that you're not having to worry about getting it in that perfect position. It's falling out, it's moving. You're just able to trim it down afterwards and you know you've got it where you want.
Yeah, I've got a feeling these have been used with... Not to worry, not to worry. I'm just going to use a little bit of the blue and go around the outside. And actually, making it mix with that purple gives it a really nice tone around the outside as well. So now I've got a little bit of the excess ink. If you bring some of that down, you can mix the blue and the purple at the same time. So you're not wasting anything, to be fair. And it gives it a little bit of a dual colour.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose this is where sometimes a happy accident comes in.
Well, can I tell you the truth?
Uh-oh, here we go.
That's exactly what happened with me when I was doing this prep. Took some inspiration from our lovely design team, because our do you know you have a little bit of a Crafty Mojo block? Do you ever get them, Craig?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So I took a little bit of inspiration, I laid it down, started colouring, forgot to wipe the ink up, and then I started, and I'm thinking, I look at it thinking, that looks really nice.
I like it.
I'm going to stick with that. So the blue matched with the purple just brings a whole new little meaning to it. So I think I'm happy with that blue, actually. I'm not going to bother with that darker blue. I'm going to stick to the lighter blue and mix it and take some of that purple and bring it in. So again, don't waste your ink that's on there.
Definitely
just
not.
Bring that down. And you can see I'm picking it up with my ink daubers. And don't worry about your ink daubers, because your ink daubers, you can wash and you can... So you'll take a wet cloth or a wipe or something. Let me just grab a little wipe and you can clean it. My ink daubers that have got the round and the squares, I actually bung ink wash now and again.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I do. And the same with me. Do you know me latex? I call them the latex sponges. They're not latex sponges at all, but do you know the teardrop ones?
Oh, yes,
I do it with those. I stick them in. Put them in one of those little wash bags.
Yeah.
Zip it up, pop it in, let it wash through, and then bring it back out so that they're nice and clean again. So I don't have to keep replacing them. That's just my little top tip.
Do you just do it just with the water, or do you do like detergent or that with it?
I have it on a cold wash. Cold wash. But yeah, all you do is take a little bit of a wipe and just pop it on, and you can clean that surface area off. Just make sure it's dry before you actually go back in. So, Mum, if you're watching, I'm using my cloths. But yeah, it just looks really, really effective. And straight away, you can start to see, I've got those purple tones, and that blue mixed together has brought this lovely haze of dual colour, and I just think it looks really, really quite pretty. Now, what you can do is keep it where it is, or you can take it off and then you can stamp onto it. Now, personally, myself, I am going to, just for this, I'm going to keep it where it is, but I'm going to mask off, I'm going to mask off this area, because I'm going to use my stamps now, and I'm going to take this piece of cardstock and place it onto my stamping platform. Again, I'm going to use what is considered to be our hero tool here at Crafters TV. It's not the hero tool, but it's one that you will hear loads of us say and talk about. But in terms of my stamps, now if I bring those stamps back in, I'm going to use the girl on the swing. I'm going to keep it nice and simple with this one.
We had yesterday, Debbie, and this is just reminded me, so I thought I would reference it again. We had a question saying, do we do replacement magnets for the stamping platform?
Oh, have you found out?
So we don't do replacement magnets. What you can do is use standard magnets. What to do is, though, is just keep in mind the depth of the actual magnet. You don't want anything too thick or chunky that's going to stop the compression of the platform. But if you've got any small or thin magnets, then absolutely you can use them. But certainly at the moment, something that gets fed back to the team, any ideas from all of you at home, we do that. But as it is at the moment, we don't do replacement magnets, but you can be using any other magnets if you so wish.
Oh, lovely. I like that. Now, Craig, all I've done is I've just masked it off. You can use our masking tape, like I said, or you can use low-tack tape. But what I'm going to do is... Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? That's because I lost it. So the one I'm using at the minute is like a stencil. The mask is the solid one. Let me just see if I can pinch the... Don't Don't tell Tracy.
I won't tell her anything.
Oh my God, what have I done? Wait, don't tell me I've lost Studio One. Oh dear Lord. Do you know me and these stencils today? Dear me, I'm telling you, Trip. But nobody will let me back in the studio. It's no wonder they only let me back in now and again. And I'm not on regularly enough. It'll be like she causes way too much trouble, that
Not
Debbie
at all.
Robinson she does.
Not at all, yeah.
Producer Nick, if only you could hear what's going off in my ear right now. She's a little minx, she is. She's a little rascal, as I would say to my grandkids. Yeah, so this is why it's important to keep these in the bag.
Yes.
This is the studio set, though. I promise I'm not going to pinch it. I'm just hoping I can find it because it's down here
It'll be
somewhere.
there. It definitely
I had
will.
mine last night because the one that I've prepped with, you'll see in a second. There it is. That's the studio one. But yeah, you could pop that on, and when I've done that inking technique, if I just take that back off just for a second and bring back my ink dauber that I've now cleaned, you can then take it and use that to mask. So the mask means that you go around the outside and it leaves a white space. The stencil is the one that you fill in. So there's the difference between the two. And then it gives you that little moon feature. And even though I've got, let me go back in with that, I might actually take a little bit of the purple and mix that purple in with the blue again. And again, if you just want to go around, just touching around that outside, it just gives it that little lift. And if I hold it down again, stick it down with a little bit of spray if you want,
yes.
or
Yeah, you could, couldn't you?
repositional tape as well is a good one.
That is a good one, isn't it?
And also, but you can see straight away, it's just giving it that in the back set. So it's literally, again, just a little bit of ink and it masks around, but it creates that lovely sunset feature. Really, really beautiful. Now then, I'm going to put that on there and I'm going to make sure that that goes back into the studio set so that no one's going to hold me responsible. I'm going to pop the swing set back down. I'm going to have my little butterfly going across there as though it's flying across the moon. I'm going to have my little swing set there. And I've covered that little bit of area up because I want the swing to look like it's connected, not sat down a bit further. So that's the difference when you're doing this. It's just about placement of your product, where you pop it. Yeah.
And
that's all it is.
What you've done there as well. So if you've already laid ink down and you've forgotten to do a stencil, don't worry about it. Look how effective that sun or that moon is. Even though Debbie had to layer a colour underneath, if you put that stencil in place, go around it with more ink, you still see that definition. So don't ever worry about it.
And then you get that lovely, wait a minute, have I put my, oh, do you know, I've done it again. I did this on my one last night. Do you know my butterfly?
Yeah.
I've stuck my butterfly flat edge.
Oh, the wrong way around?
Wrong way around, yes, so I've got a splodge. Well, it can happen to the best of us. It happened to me last night when I was creating my prep. I did exactly the same thing. I'm thinking, what's happened to me? Butterfly looks like the, do you know the splattered elephant that you did? Through the...
I thought we forgot about that.
No,
Elephant
we
gate.
have not. I will never forget that because I followed you in that room and I was howling at what you did with that elephant. You squished that little elephant. So yes, what I have done is I have put the raised side of my stamp on too, and now I've got the blobby bit. So
it's like she's kicking a football as she's going with the swing. Or she's had a big clog on her foot and she's just kicking them off.
Oh dear!
There you go.
Clog?
It's a big clog. Or it could be a, I don't know, 2023 version of E.T. just flying in front of the moon, maybe on, I don't know, a little splodge or something.
Oh dear. You see, it happens to us all.
It does.
So if you're out there thinking, I've done that before, I'm in good company. So that should be a butterfly, as long as you put it the right way around. And then when you take it off, it's a good job it's beautiful beginnings, isn't it? You'll be howling now. Please don't do that at home. Please make sure that the stamp image is the right way up and not the way that I've done it, but at least I didn't flatten anything. So again, you can see the gist of how it works.
You can, joking
and
aside,
if you do want to do a little bit of a die cut element, I love what you said about if you've got those scanning machines that you could do and cut around. But if you just want to take your scissors, absolutely just take your scissors. The only thing that I've done with mine, Greg, is I've mounted it onto, and my butterfly's the right way around.
Oh, look at
I've mounted it onto some of that lovely cardstock that's in the kit. Now it looks like oh my God, it looks like she's kicking. Oh, it does. She's not kicking no butterfly. The butterfly is floating away across that moon. But yes, that's the difference that you'll get when you put the stamp the right way around and when you put your mask on before you start inking. Although, to be fair, I do quite
I like that
effect.
bit of colour already in the backdrop.
Yes, yeah, and it just gives it that lovely little finish. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that gorgeous paper and cardstock. I've gone with, it's 5 3/4 inch square. I've scored it down the centre, and I say the centre. I've actually used, shall I tell you what I used?
Yeah, do it. Let us know.
My Ultimate Pro.
Woohoo, yes.
I used my Ultimate Pro, and I'll just quickly show you on your markings to make it nice and easy. Put your cardstock, get the right way around. Put your cardstock on and use the A4 R-fold down the centre. Actually, I did it the right way around, Debbie. And then you're going to go in at the gatefold A4 cancer apart, and it creates the perfect easel. I'm actually going to do a reversed easel though, Craig. I'm right into my reversed easels at the minute. I don't know about yourself.
Go through spells.
Yeah, I go through spells because it's literally a Z-fold card but turned on its side. That's all that is. It's the same fold as a Z-fold. And if you're doing a double Z-fold card, it's the double. You'd create that other little panel. But again, loads and loads of tuition. So I'm just going to literally take my cardstock and I'm going to do some matting and layering. Again, if you want your longevity of your cardstock, do the gutting.
Gutting?
Sorry. I hate that word myself.
Do you?
I do. I don't really like it, but I can't think, because people say, oh, it's hollowing, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't be doing that.
Isn't it funny how words can, you know, we can dislike certain words?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I like that, but I just don't like the word gutting.
Yeah.
I think of something else when I say gutting.
Aperturing?
A what?
Aperturing?
Aperturing. Oh, I like that. It's very important. Have you just come up with that?
Sorry?
Have you just come up with that?
Just a second. I was thinking of aperture and how you could do it as an app, so you're aperturing.
Oh, Craig, I like that.
You can have that.
You can aperture it.
I'll stick with gutting, you can have aperturing.
Oh, dear, Craig. I know, but does it not make you think of something not nice when you say that?
Oh, I think of fish.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's what puts me off from saying it.
Does it? Yeah.
But there must be a proper craft term for it, you know. There's got to be.
There is now.
Did you?
Aperturing.
Did you hear her? Oh, Nicola. Aperturing, she's saying. Aperturing. I know what you mean, Craig. I don't know what's happening here with my foam pads, but I'm just going to take my foam pads off because all I've done is I've popped some, well, I say foam on a roll, the little bit of foam on a roll that I had left. I don't know why I'm trying to do it with my nails, Craig. I've got a poker tool, lift it with a poker tool. Oh God, it's in my ear. I thought I'd laid the last of that song.
They've started singing.
I know, yeah, and I know, I'm glad Debbie Fisher's not here because she loves that song.
Oh, she loves that song.
She sings that song
Her and
every
Ben.
opportunity she gets. Any opportunity she gets. Oh, chucking my glue around now. So with my reversed easel, I am going to place, so that's why I'm going to put it at the top half of my card. I'm going to place it into that centre. I've already added my little bow, but I need it to sit behind something, so I need to put a little strip over there, and that's exactly what I've done with the Make-A-Wish from the stamp set. I've taken a piece of, oh, my little ribbon's just hiding behind there, a piece of scrap white cardstock on top of that purple, and I've just added a little bit of foam to literally just pop that down onto there to create the stopper, and then I'm just going to add a few little dewdrops, and I say a few. I love doing the little scattered ones. Don't know about you, Craig.
Just
In fact,
all over
do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going
just
to
all
scatter
over
them in the
scattered.
scene. Yeah, I'm just going to scatter a few around. And then literally, there we go. And just add a few onto there. And again, there you go. A beautiful reversed easel card with that gorgeous silhouette. Using that silhouette stencil and then the stamps to create the scenes. The kind of scenes that you can be creating, Craig, though, you can get really creative. I'm just going to show you a few more. These are the kind of things that you can be creating once you've got them home. And what Bianca did there was she cut out, using her fussy cut scissors, cut that out. This is another lovely one that Bianca did where she's popped that onto the front of the card. And again, that lovely technique with those crystal gems, or the dewdrops in the background there, just look really effective. It is one of my favourite kits that we've done, only because I love that creativity with your inks and with your stamps and the kind of stories that you can tell, which is why I adore this one. So for me, it's one of my favourites that we've done in the whole collection. And I know you'll have just as much fun with it when you get it home.
Yeah, you will do. And you know, if we, George, if you don't mind, if we can have another look at what Debbie's just made there, because of course, yes, Debbie used some of the water reactive inks and of course a little bit of adhesive, but the card blank, the actual card panel, the stencil, the stamp, all of that is included within that craft kit. So yes, add in some of your own ink. Other than that, you're able to make exactly that from that craft kit.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about, having all the elements there that are going to enable you to do such beautiful projects, such as what Debbie's just done there. That is your silhouette scene craft kit with over 220 elements. This one is number 54. It's box number 54, so if you are keeping track of them. $22.49 or $22.45. That's giving you a saving of 10%. If you're platinum, that comes down to $17.99 or $17.96. Just to kind of put that in a little bit of perspective as well, the current one that we've got is box number 55. That is box 54, and you have got a really generous 10% saving on that one. So it's still a relatively new craft box as well. So you've got that at $22.49 or $22.45 for your 10% saving. It is across on Shop the Day. That's definitely the best place to go while you're across on the website. We are going to have a look at a couple of things. First and foremost, we're just going to do that via the screen, and we're going to have a look at the tri-colours. This is where it is part of the January sale. If you've seen yesterday, you'll have heard Sarah say that these, once they have sold out, we are not due to get another shipment for another couple of months. When they do come back, you're not going to get the free gift on that. These are a brand new tri-colour brush pens that launched during a birthday event with myself and Liana. And they, Liana? Who's Liana? Liana. Leanne. That's a new one. Liana. Oh, what's my name? Leanne. Now, this one that sold out about 3 times. That was in the one day. If you say, well, how come it sold out and you got them back in the same day? We ended up pinching them from elsewhere that they were due to go to. So this is your Spectrum Noir Tricolour brush markers in your burgundy barrel, 18-piece, $15.99 or $76.45, saving of 15%. If you are platinum price, that's going to come down to $40.79 or $61.16, but you are going to get your free Sarah buddy bag that is worth $5.99 or $9.99. If you want to see how to use them, just go across onto our YouTube, type these ones in, Tricolour brush, and Liana is going to come up with lots of ideas and inspirations. I'm going to stop saying that because if she hears me say that, she's going to have my guts for garters, that's for sure. Right, let's have another look at another one before we have a little bit of a break, because many of you have got items in your basket. From the January sale, now the January sale is on up until Sunday, where Sarah's going to be in with the last chance. What I am going to say though, many items are not going to last till Sunday. I think this is going to be one of them. This is my kind of shout out element, shout out collection from the January sale. This is our Gemini mini, no it's not, Gemini Nest and Dies. This is a 5-piece selection, so this is taken Nest and Dies from different collections in the past. It's bringing in the 5 sets. It's giving you 15 dies in total, £29.10 or $33.90. If that was all that you were getting at that saving of 60%, that is exceptional. Platinum price comes down even more to $23.28 or $27.12. But as I say, that is not it. You can see a yellow sticker on the screen, which means you're going to get a freebie. You can see that yellow circle on your screen, which means you are going to be getting your Score Master completely free. It is worth £12.99 or $12.95. You can then be scoring your cardstock. You can also be doing your concept cards, but most importantly, and something that you guys at home that have already got one use it a lot for, that is your box maker. If you love your centimetres, you can do it with centimetres. If you love your inches, you can also do it with your inches. It's entirely up to you. Everything that myself and Debbie have been showing you throughout Beautiful Beginnings, also earlier on in Wake Up Call, and then later on with the Craft House Takeover with myself and Totally Tiffany, is all across on Shop the Day. You're going to find some of the sale items there, but what I would say is once you've done Shop the Day, go go into shop all sale. That's where you're going to see everything. So many items, if not all of them, have got a really generous discount saving, but if you see that yellow sticker, it does mean that you're going to get a freebie as well. Now, we do lots of things here at Crafters Companion on Crafters TV, and we like to think that we make it special when it comes to crafting, whether it's ideas, whether, of course, it's the benefits from Club Inspire, or whether it's just bringing you a laugh day in, day out here on the channel. So if you want to know a little bit more about Crafters TV, what makes us special, take a look at this.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
My answer here has to be Tracy.
I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
She's not that long actually coming with a copy for myself and Debby. Always looks after us very, very well. Carrie on Facebook is saying, could you mark the stencil with a permanent marker so it's easy to find it in the desk? Of course you could. Yeah. Your stencil.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you like. Sam McDonald's saying, well, you're laughing. I won't say what that abbreviation actually means, but saying, I remember the squashed elephant. We've got Silva saying, it looks like a carpet bag. Mary Poppins is on her way regarding the butterfly that was the other way around. Got a question here, Debbie, from Michael is saying, my Gemini plates are warped, so there's a spot in the centre that won't cut. This is only after a few uses. Is there a way to fix that and stop it from happening again in the future with new plates?
So it would be that would be down to pressure. So do you know what I talked about earlier, and I've mentioned it a few times today over the couple of shows, about making sure when you're cutting, look at your die. So we're going to be coming on to to the door reveal dies in a minute. And what I would say is, when you look at the die, look at the intricacy. If it's intricate, obviously use your magnetic shim. Always try with the least pressure first, and that will stop that bowing. Nature of plates it will do, which is why Craig will tell you, and he's an advocate of it because he does it all the time at home. And plates are quite flat. The flip and rotate, which I know sounds boring, but it really does make a difference when you do that. I tend to, when that happens, I run it through without anything in it a few times to straighten. But I know other guys will tell you, wear your machine down on the top of them, put them into hot water, put something down heavy, all that kind of things. I hear about it all the time. I personally just keep putting them through, and it kind of self-levels themselves back out. So, yeah, all I would say is, look at your die. If it's a straightforward die, just have your 2 clear cutting plates and plastic shim, try that combination, and then anything else in terms of more detailed dies, add the magnetic shim in, but do a few cuts before you do, but just make sure you're flipping and rotating every single time. I hope that helps.
It absolutely will do. Thank you for that one, Debbie. We've got Samantha saying that's a pretty card, Debbie, the demonstration just done a moment ago. Stephanie on Facebook saying, looks fabulous, Debbie. Your card is telling the story, which makes it so special. And that's what the craft kits do, as well as Debbie's ideas and inspirations. We've got Sandra Dundas on YouTube is saying, economising on the cardstock, Debbie avoids using that word you dislike. I think me trying to remember saying that every single time would probably. I'm struggling even at the moment now. I'm having to think how to pronounce it. Lynn Miles on Facebook saying beautiful card, Debbie. Sam is saying the same. Suzette is saying the same. Samantha on YouTube is saying CCTV team makes such beautiful sample cards. Wish there was a site where they were posted for reference. Have a look on our Facebook. Go on to our I'm a Crafter's Companion Facebook page, and a lot of the team will post their samples in there, you know, whether it's for you guys stateside. I'm on HSN Facebook group here in the UK, same with QVC UK Facebook group. So just have a look. You'll start to see the names of those on the design team. Many of them have their own Facebook pages or Instagram pages that I know that they'll love if you were to go and follow them. But yeah, start off in those groups, and then you'll start to see all the different makes from the team. Charlotte Everett is saying, I write mafia romance books, and gutting is quite different in that instance. We will leave that there. Let's have a look at an array reveal. This is our door reveal. This is where it is part of the Gemini sale. This is part of the Gemini collection that is in the January sale. This is where you're going to be getting your stamp and die 3-piece collection. $27.27 or $31.39. It's giving you a saving of 30%. If you're platinum, it's going to come down to $21.82 or $25.11. You can see that yellow sticker, which means you are going to get a free item, which is your tri-blend brush pens that we'll have a look at just in a moment. But our Gemini door reveal is you've got your 3 different shapes here. This one is your rectangle. You've got your large, you've got your medium, you've got your small. You've also got your matte and layer die to work with them. They give you that perforation edge all the way around. Apart from the left-hand side, you've got an embossed line that then enables you to create that reveal. You've got your 2 stamps, tear here and open here. So that one being your rectangle. You've also got your square. Now, these all do the exact same thing. However, it's giving you a different shape, of course, enabling you to do different sizes and different styles. You've got your square that is large, medium and small, also with the matte and layer die to go with them. You've got your 2 stamps as well, open and tear here. And then we've had a rectangle, we've had a square, we've got a circle as well. So you've got your large, you've got your medium, you've got your small, also with your sentiment stamps as well, saying open here or tear here. This all gives you that perforation line for you to do that reveal. But as I did say, you've got a free gift. This one here, it is your tri-blend brush marker. This one here is your Woodland Walk. So this is worth $9.99 or $14.95. This is potentially one of the best free gifts that we are doing when it comes to the January sale. If maybe you've not tried the tri-blend brush markers, but you've seen Debbie using them earlier on in different colour tones, then this is going to be a nice way to dip your toe into that tri-blend brush marker collection. So you're going to get the 3 of them, but within each pen you have got a light, a medium and a dark. So for instance, if you've got the green pen, it gives you a light, it gives you a medium, it gives you a dark, all in that one pen. Cuts down on cost and it cuts down on your actual space as well within your craft desk or craft room or craft area. Right, we've not got long whatsoever, so Debbie, what are we waiting to do just now?
I'm going to make my big card with the circular the circular curved door reveal die set.
Okay.
So again, on each one you're getting 3 different sizes, from the small to the medium to the large, and you've got your 2 stamps on there that tell your recipient who's receiving the card to tear here or hope in here. I'm doing it again. Tear, hope in here, tear here. Yes, absolutely. Just bring it back in, bring it back in. Now, the curved door reveal ones. I'm going to go in with the middle size. So I am going to skip the large one and go into the smaller one, because I'm going to turn this. Now, I know we've had a lot of titters about this. We've had a lot of giggles.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Titters about this fabulous die set. I'm going to show you how you can use it and turn it either into a Christmas pudding if you want to turn it into a Christmas card, because this is what it could be. It could be a Christmas pudding. It could also be, I loved Nicola's suggestion earlier, the perfume bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, Craig.
That's okay.
It was you, Craig.
That's okay.
Nicola repeated it out loud and I thought it was
indeed.
Nicola that mentioned it. Yes, this is a fabulous die set that you can avoid any laughter with and giggles with, because you're simply turning it a different way.
Could be a Tunnocks tea cake, if you like them back home in Scotland.
Oh, my favourites.
Yeah,
Not going to lie.
Yeah, I do love them.
I absolutely do. Do you know? Oh, you've got me thinking about that now, Craig.
Or dumpling.
A dumpling. Not had a dumpling for a long time. Can't have them though, I'm eating plans, so we'll skip past that really quickly. Let me show how I'm going to centralise it, because I'm going to make a bridge fold card with this. And I've taken a piece of cardstock. Now, because I'm making a large one, because I want to show you that you can take these. I showed you a very basic one this morning. I want to show you how you can take it into a little bit more. Because I'm aware Beautiful Beginnings is about stripping it back to basics, but also for those crafters out there that might want to think about how to make it on a bigger scale. So the size of the strip that I've got is 11.5 inches by 3 3/4. Now, you literally could do this with your A3 cardstock. I know we're waiting for the all-purpose to come back in, but you could do it with your Centura Pearl or any of your other larger cardstocks that are already available on the website. Now, I need to make sure that I'm centralising that die, so I'm going to pop this onto my craft mat, onto that middle section, and I'm going to score about 1/2 inch. I say score, draw a line 1/2 inch in, very faintly, because I just want somewhere for my die to sit and me to know when I'm positioning it where I'm sitting it, so that it's now got a base. And when I'm going to cut 3 of these out, but I can't obviously cut 3 in. I mean, you could go in with the large one if you wanted, and then the little one, and have 3 different size puddings or different size bags. But I'm going to stick with this one and just show you how to do it. So I've put my line down. I know that when I line that die up, and these dies, this is the perforated edge. This is the die. This is the bit that stays connected to the cardstock that gives you that fold. So you're going to pop that in. I'm going to hold it with some low-tack tape. And again, you could do the same with your card, and you could section it off into thirds if you wanted to do that as well. But I'm just going to hold it down and then run that through one at a time so that you can see. Now, even though it's on my my large machine, it's on my small platform. So I'm going to just run that through, and I can get away with this, Craig, even though I've got like little flaps either end. It doesn't matter, because that's not the sandwich part. The sandwich part is the plate.
Yeah, it is,
so again, I'm going to go in. Do you know, I said earlier about simple shapes. Did I not say it? I know I've just went through with the magnetic shim. It'll be fine. Do as I say, not as I do. But literally now, all I'm going to do is, you can tell, because sometimes with your tape, it's sometimes that little bit trickier to get off. I know for a fact that that die would have probably been all right without the magnetic shim. So again, I'm just going to pop that off. There we go, turn that, and then always pull your tape towards you. That way you're not going to rip the cardstock. But now what it's done is it's put the perforated edge in, and I'm just going to say as it is, the little tab bit, that bit is the bit where you will start that perforation. So whenever you're thinking about where to stick your tear here, open here. Just imagine where you want them to. So perhaps just pop it into one of them or all three. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. But all we're going to do is just repeat that, Craig. So I'm going to now go in with a second.
Right, yeah.
And you'll repeat that. So pop that one in and repeat it through there and do exactly the same with the other. I'm conscious of time, Craig, so I'm not going to put them all through three ones. Now, once you've done that, Craig, what I've done with mine is I've just inked around the edges. So if I just bring this in just to speed that process up, I've taken our water reactive pale fig.
Yep.
And gone round the edge. Sorry, I just struggle with the words. Just lately. Pale fig around the edges with the ink dauber to create a little bit of softness, because I am going to be using my favourite paper pad of 2022. I'm going to be using the Wisteria paper pad.
Nice.
And I've literally just gone around the edges. Once you've done on your markings, you'll just take an eraser and just rub out those pencil marks across there so that you don't see any of that visibly. Now, I've done exactly the same with a template, because we talked about this, and I'm going to show you. So I did this earlier on. I've done a template, and if you're probably thinking, well, it's a bit messy. It doesn't matter, because I did exactly the same, 1/2 inch up. I separated them into 3 equal parts, because I wanted to make sure that when I line it up, it matches. And the reason I wanted to do that, Craig, was it's my stamp reveal underneath. So if I bring it in to show you what I mean, the template then, take a piece of cardstock. I know that when you've got your plain piece of cardstock, and I wanted it to purposely measure the same size as this, because it's going to lay over the top, but the template enabled me to, and all I've done with the template is I've taken away the door, the part that's, you know, the scored line, just taken it away. I've used my ink, and I've now gone in, and if I dried up,
I think myself and Corin noticed the other day, I think a few of ours are starting to dry up.
Yeah, I think we need to get some more. We'll mention it to Craig.
Mention it to me if you want.
We will mention it to our lovely John, Tracy, Jake and Julia, and we'll ask them to get us some more.
Mention it to Julia.
I know that I use the pale pit.
No, I wouldn't mention it to Julia. Nothing will happen if you mention it to her. She'll just say, tell Tracy.
But what that enables, it means is that I've got a now nice mat that I know when I put the reveal over the top will reveal this, but then I can put my message. And that's exactly what I've done with that. I've used stamp sets, which is the is it Beautiful and Friends thing? I can't remember which stamp set it is. Anyway, it's one of our stamp sets. Distance means so little when someone means so much. Wishing you much happiness today and always in our thoughts. I went slightly wonky. You're going to excuse that, but
you can excuse that.
Please excuse that. I just went a little bit off kilty. Although adds to its charm.
It does.
That's what I say. But what I know now is that when I place this over the top, I know that when I reveal or when my recipient reveals, they are equally placed into there. And normally I do it like I told you earlier. Literally, I take it. Do you know when you said about doing the template? I cut one out and then stick it over the top and then line it up that way, just drawing marking. But this way, this is why I've quickly made this one in between the break to show you just how easy it is to do. It's Craig's top tip, honestly, top tip. I just love that. I was making things more difficult for myself, Craig.
Well, that's
and then you came into my life.
We bounce off at each other, all of us do.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that over the top. Now then, the important part here is to make sure none of those have got glue on them. So when you're doing this, I probably, in all honesty, would use all-purpose.
Okay.
Gives me a bit of wiggle time, but also I can see where I'm controlling where I'm popping that. Tape pen sometimes it's okay if you take pens as super strong adhesives, but it might just go over the area. It depends on the surface area that you've got that you're working with. So I'm going to use that now. I've taken care not to go over the score line, over the door reveal, and just around the outskirts, so that when I pop that over the top, and of course it gives me that setting time as well, so I'm just going to line that up. And I now know that my stamp will be perfectly lined up underneath as well. But at the minute, looking a bit boring. I'm not going to lie. We need to titivate it up. I've done it again. We need to... we need to place it.
Decorate it.
Decorate it. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. So I've taken the next size down that matches the medium one, and then you just die cut this out because it's a full die cut piece, and I'm not going to run it through the machine, but you can see it's a full die cut piece, and then it actually fits in. And again, using the wisteria paper, just an element of the wisteria paper there. Again, just popping that on, and again, I'm just going to use our all-purpose.
You could actually use it as a vase as well.
Yes.
So you could, if we had our floral silhouette dies on yesterday with Sarah, so you could cut them even just out in black or maybe just pure purple, and it could be like the vase for the flowers.
Yep, absolutely it could. So again, I'm going to just pop some wet glue just onto there to get that into place. And then all I'm going to do is add at the very top, and I am going to just use some satin ribbon, but I'm just going to pop some ribbon over the top of each one. So literally take it, and I'm not going to go over that entrance part.
Or the fold, is it like the tab, is it?
Thank you,
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for, the tab. I'm not going to go over that. I'm just going to pop that just over each one of those. And I'm going to go different sizes I think I've done here, but it don't matter. It's absolutely fine. So again, that now creates, in fact, I think,
beautiful.
just pop my big one in the middle. That's better. There we go. I feel a bit more evened up there. And then you've got yourself your, and it could be anything to be fair. All we're wanting to do is reveal that message underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry just for a second. Oh, now then, there it is. I thought it were going to do it to me again. I'm just going to pop that there so that they know that open here. So that's that little piece done. So then just to bring in my gatefold card, and I say my gatefold, it's a bridge fold. It's basically a double gatefold that I am going to pop that panel over the top to turn it into what we call a bridge fold card. Now this is a big card piece. I did use A3 cardstock, and in fact, I'll tell you the truth, I'm getting a little bit low on my A3 cardstock, so I did it in two smaller pieces and joined it up together. So you can take your A4 cardstock, and the measurements for that are, it's the 11 and 3, is it 11 and 3/4? And you just score it at 3 and at 6 to fold it in, and then join the second piece, so you've got a really strong middle, do it twice, and then stick the two pieces down together. It creates a really solid part here.
Yeah, really strong back.
Exactly, and then you've got that double opening of the gatefold, but it's just on a larger scale. And then all I've done is I've cut my panels. I've already popped me pieces down onto here, so we're going to go in, and I'm going to... This paper pad is just exquisite, Craig. Absolutely
it's a beautiful
exquisite.
One. But what's lovely with this card that you're making as well, Debbie, you know, you can still, as a beginner, do this one. Okay, it's larger, but it's still a very stripped back concept.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a few folds and a few layers, and then anyone, whether you're experienced or even a beginner, this is then going to enable you to do it. If you are a beginner, this is one of those that's going to be that confidence booster because you've got that big, you've got that concept. It's a wow card, and you've done that just at that start and journey of your crafting.
Yeah, and then all I've done is literally mats and layers that I've popped into there. I'm like you, Craig, I like 1/4 inch on either side. So you're just going to think about your panel. So we know it's it measures in at, it's 2 3/4, sorry, 2 3/4 by whatever length you're going to. I've done it bigger. You can make this smaller if you want. But in terms of your panel, just take 1/4 inch off either of those measurements, and then another 1/4 inch off your pattern paper. I've gone in with quite a solid back, as I've done like 2 layers.
Right, yeah.
The paper itself, I think to be fair, the paper itself would equally look just with paper and maybe a little bit of ink round. But I'm giving this card a lot of rigidity because it's a bridge fold card, but it's also got to withstand the people opening up the reveal.
You've got that.
So that's why I've done it with the double strength in there. So that's the panel sorted. And then all we're going to do now is just layer that up. Now, to do this, Craig, all I'm going to do is pop some glue or tape onto this side. And I always do it onto the panel and then stick that down rather than trying to work it out. However, you can get a pencil and pop a little mark in top and bottom so that when you come to putting glue, you know where to go to, and you're not
You've got that
too much
guide, yeah.
inside. And then I'm going to go in with, I'll do me, nearly. Nearly out of the tape pen. Nearly. I'm going to go in with, and I think I might have it just a little lifted up rather than going down to the bottom panel. And then coming in with this side, exactly the same. I'm just going to just pop down a bit of the glue onto this inside panel.
I'm loving how this is coming together.
And then just literally, and you can centralise it, you can make sure it's nice. Again, wet glue will work because it gives you that wiggle time to get it into place. But if you are using a tape, you need to make sure that you're giving a little rub over, a little burnish over, to make sure that the heat from your fingers rubbing over the glue adheres to there. But again, red liner tape would work equally as well. And then all I've done with this, Craig, is I've just added, and I'll bring this one in, because we'll open this one, this is nice and dry, but I've just used the Beautiful Friends. And then when your recipient opens it up, they've got the messages, literally, underneath.
Look at that.
And it can be pictures of your loved ones as well, but you literally just give them that card, and I know for a fact that they're going to absolutely love that. It could be, I mean, it is interactive. This is the whole point of this set, it's interactive. We didn't want to give you the stamps. You're going to decide what you're going to put behind the back of there. Are you popping a sentiment? Are you popping a gift card? What is it that you're putting at the back? I mean, the choices are endless.
There really is.
Absolutely gorgeous.
There really, really is. Keep it simple or go to town with the complication when it comes to the card. Right, we've literally got not long to go. We do need to do demo of the show and then demo of the day, because later on it's a craft house, totally Tiffany takeover. So you literally have a minute or so when we line up Debbie's demonstrations from Beautiful Beginnings. So just doing that one there. We can then go across to Debbie and have a look and have a vote as to what one is going to be demo of this show. Debbie,
so we start at back number 1 with our lovely little gift bag using the Colourable Create card. So that's number 1.
Perfect.
Number 2 was our, I'll just pop that there, tuck it underneath, our reversed easel using our gorgeous silhouette. So 1, 2, or the bridge fold card with the message reveal, or the door reveal.
Door reveal.
So number 3. So 1, 2, or 3, you decide.
Oh, it's a toughie, it's a toughie. George is going for number 3 again. I think Nicola's going for number 3 as well. Right, while we just get those votes in, I do want to show you a couple of things. However, let's just do a very quick hello to the comments once again before we go. Stephen on Facebook saying, will you guys ever do Craft Wars again? They were brilliant when you guys competed with each other and we had such a laugh. We've told the team that we would all be up for that again. We hope it returns. You never know. 2023 may be the year where Craft Wars returns. But if you did tune in to myself and Ben on the 22nd, then you'll have seen kind of like a Craft Wars return for one night only. Michelle Parson, the smallest rectangle die would make cute tags for boxes, drawers and files. It would. Also to say as well, when it comes to the question earlier on, yes, you can stamp if you wanted to with a very light tone of ink and then go in with your alcohol pen. So it's kind of giving you that faded impression. So it's as if there is no stamp outline. It's very, very fade for you to follow and colour. It looks quite effective, so yes, you can do. You've then got Zoe Carver saying, oh no, a cup, A, a cup, B, a cup, or C, a cup. Coming to the, yes, the circle reveal. Kate McQueen is saying, I am dying. Rose is saying, an igloo with a penguin stamp set. That would be really, really good. Sandra is saying, Craig, what has Julia done to you? Absolutely nothing. Let me tell you, though, I was just given as good as I get when it comes to Julia. If you know Julia as well as we do, which you do know, you know she gives as good as she gets. She's a hoot. She's an absolute hoot. And so many on YouTube are calling Susie a chicken because she's not sending through some of the comments that you're having fun with regarding the reveals. So don't, I wouldn't challenge Susie, because you never know, one day she might actually just do that. Right, our result is in. So it goes straight in. It goes into number 3. Debbie is the winner.
Oh, the big
one
one.
Of the show.
The big one. Let's move those out of the way. There we go. There you go. Number 3.
Perfect. So we have got the one from, so I'm going to then just go over to this one here. So we are going to be doing demo of the day, because later on it's a Totally Tiffany takeover. So you've literally got a minute or so. Is it going to be number 1 from Debbie and Wake Up Call with the Create a Card stamp and die? Or is it going to be number 2 as to what Debbie just done a moment ago? Look at that one. One or two.
Choice.
One or
I'm
two.
glad I'm not choosing.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So my one is number 1 and Debbie's is number 2. The choice is yours. Right, let's have a little bit of a preview as to what is going to be coming up later on when it comes to Craft House and our Totally Tiffany takeover. So it's going to be me solo within the studio here, but then we will be linking in to Tiffany, who's going to be going over in great detail so the deals that we have got within the January sale. Now this one here is phenomenal. This is your Totally Tiffany Buddy Bag Collection. Now, you're not going to get the content, i.e. the crafty products. You're going to get the storage. So you're going to get, do you know something? You're going to get all of these ones. So you're getting Brandy, you're getting Meryl, you're getting Cheryl. You're also then going to be getting whoever that is. You're also going to be getting Teresa. You're also then going to be getting Irene. You're also going to be getting, I think that's 2 Teresas we had there. We're also going to be getting Karen. We're also going to get Brandy, and you're also going to get a Sarah Buddy Bag. That is what you are paying for, not the contents, just the storage. £59.11 or $80.78. That gives you a saving of 20%. If you're platinum, it comes down to $47.29 or $64.62. It's in the January sale. You've got a yellow sticker, which means you get a free item. You are getting, well, I always forgot one. You're also going to be getting this one. This one is your, wherever she's come from, that's in the one that you're going to be paying for. But what you are going to be getting for free is a free Lois tote. This one is worth $14.99 or $19.99. That's coming to you completely free. It's strong. It is, of course, all from Totally Tiffany. Wipeable. The actual stitching is exquisite in the actual holders. You've got little pockets as well if you choose to wish them, either for your crafty classes, or maybe you are just putting it in the boot of your car for when you go shopping. You can do whatever you like with it. But that is just one of many items we're going to be having a look at with Tiffany later on today. That's going to be 6 o'clock here in the UK. It's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Time or 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Right, Debbie, demo of the day. It goes to number 2.
Oh! The big one.
The big one.
The big one. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Debbie, as always, I always have a blast when I'm on with you. Thank you so much.
I've enjoyed every minute. I think I'm back next week.
Perfect.
Actually, yes, I am. I'm here Tuesday. I've got a show on Tuesday. I think it's the Wake Up Call I'm here for on Tuesday. So I'll see you then.
Perfect. But you are on Hobby Maker at the end of this week in the UK?
Yes, I am. Yes, for all our UK viewers, I'm down there Friday, Sunday and Monday. Yeah.
Excellent. Rightio. If you are watching live, we will be back in a couple of hours' time, as I said, with Totally Tiffany. That is going to be the Craft House with a Tiffany takeover, part of the January sale with lots of goodies that you're going to get for free within selective bundles. Thank you so much for your company when it comes to this earlier edition of Beautiful Beginnings. In between wise, you can always go across onto the website and have a look at our January sale. Get ahead before many of the items start to sell out. Some we have already lost. Right, go and have your lunch, have your tea, have your breakfast, whatever it is you're going to have. But we will see you back here at 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time for Totally Tiffany. We'll see you then.